And hello, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of The Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host Jonathan. Once again, bringing you my thoughts and review for last night's episode of The Flash, Season 6, Episode 15. Very interesting episode for this week's episode. Literally a very interesting one because, we've been waiting and waiting for the return of the Reverse Flash in some shape or form of how he's, how is he going to be different? Because now that the whole, Earth Prime is now everything one. How did he change at all? Did anything happen to him? What was his experience when the whole, crisis was happening? I mean, we'll probably get that eventually, maybe in a future episode, but, just to see what Eobard Thawne has been up to ever since the whole crisis started. And, we did know about Nash kind of getting these kind of, like, I guess, feelings and weird vibes. The fact that he's seeing different Harrison Wells from multiverses, and he doesn't know why. He has no idea what's going on. Then he starts seeing Eobard Thawne, and then we find out through Cisco that all the Harrison Wells pretty much decided to just go into Nash's body and just play house with his body. And one person in particular that's in his body right now that's pretty much trying to take over is the Reverse Flash. Now, of course, at this point, he doesn't have his powers due to the fact that we don't know if he has his own body. We don't know if it's somewhere else. We don't know if it got vaporized when the whole crisis happened. Who knows? But we knew that his consciousness was in Nash's body. And then we got the background of how Nash and his friend, how he lost his friend, the girl that he's been talking about forever. And while that's all happening, you have Barry pretty much losing his speed, and he's running out of time to figure out what to do. He's wearing a watch to tell him, hey, listen, this is how much speed you got left. You use too much of it, you have no more. So Caitlin is trying to keep him from using his powers, which, by the way, I'm surprised we even seen Caitlin in this episode, because I don't know how far this episode was filmed, because if you notice, she wasn't as pregnant as she is, obviously, now. So I'm pretty sure that one... My guess is this episode was filmed long before she was pregnant, or even showing it. So that was cool to see Caitlin in this episode playing pretty much the boss of the team for once, because Iris was doing her own thing, even though the Iris we know now is pretty much the mirror version, who's now got the other girl with her photographer friend, who's now trapped in the mirror world as well. So we got the other version of her now too. So now they got some plan cooking up to help the Mirror Girl with her plan. So who knows? Then we got to meet a new villain called Sunshine, who has the power of making things bright, which is like a pattern of all the villains that we've seen so far, from Dr. Light, the other light person, and now this one. So Barry pretty much had to try to stop it. Didn't go too well for him, and yeah, he had to go back to being normal scientific Barry to pretty much stop her. And that was pretty cool seeing that, good to see Barry just not use his speed for once and use his head more. And I think we should get that more, because in the comics, Barry is a CI and he always uses his CI skills to help him he uses that skill to help him become, be a better Flash. Which we don't really get too much of him doing that, but, it is nice for a nice change. What else? It was great to see Eobard Thawne in it. We got to see Cecile do some stuff. Now we know a little bit more of Nash's backstory, of how he's an archaeologist, and he had that girl. She came into his radar, I guess, and he took her under his wing, and then they were in an expedition together. She fell and I guess died. Which, in my opinion, I think she's probably alive somewhere. Who knows? But could be wrong, but who knows? And he feels guilty because he really didn't do anything to try to help her up. Literally, he didn't do anything to help her up. You figure, okay, I'll grab you, hold on to you, and then you slipped and fell. Yeah, he could feel guilty about that, but the man literally didn't do nothing. If you've seen the episode, he literally didn't do anything. And of course, Reverse Flash poking fun at him, and now at the end of the episode, we got to see Barry literally try to figure out a way to make his own Speed Force. And he's going to do it by the help of Nora Allen, his own daughter. Yeah, his daughter's maybe not be there physically, but her journal's still there, which, by the way, I'm surprised it's even there, because when she disappeared, shouldn't the book disappear too? Kind of very weird how he still has the journal, but go figure. Overall, the episode was fun. I thought it was interesting. Now we know the Reverse Flash is still around, but is he gonna get his body back? That's the couple questions I have about that now. What is Nash gonna do moving forward? How is Nora's book gonna help Barry make the Speed Force for himself and for Wally as well? So yeah, a lot of questions. Is he ever gonna figure out about Iris being not really Iris? Wait till he finds out the truth. And I'm surprised Joe hasn't figured it out yet, because he's starting to be suspicious, but not really suspicious about Iris's attitude change. I think everybody's starting to notice, but Barry is just completely clueless, I guess. So, but don't worry, it will be revealed soon about Iris being fake, and we finding out where the real Iris is. But it should be fun. So leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about it. Stay tuned for more. And thank you very much, and have a good day.